welcome to my channel, NP Boss Mom, where I talk about being an NP entrepreneur, a wife, a mom, and everything in between. Thank you for visiting today. I'm like visiting, coming to my home, visit. Anyway, I'm just enjoying this. So today I decided to talk about being a new NP at your job. You got the job, guys. You're in the office, and I've been seeing a lot of questions of how to fight being stressed and burnt out. So not to get there, just don't get there. Don't get to the stress and the burnout. Starting a new job is always, see my little tuck in there. Starting a new job is always stressful. Anything new you have to learn. Ask for as much orientation as possible. That's one way to fight stress just from the beginning. And while you in orientation, really learn the process of, the way they want things done. But also, if whatever your EMR is can be the most stressful thing, meaning charting, or it can be like, okay, this is, I got this down. So if you have macros or shortcuts or templates, download them all. Learn how to do it and download them all. It will save you. I know it seems daunting and it seems like, oh my God, this is not user friendly. How do I do this? Take the time and do it during your orientation. Download macros. I'm looking down a little bit because, again, I got my notes. So for the advice for the new NPs that you have your job. So learn, like I said, learn the EMR system. Try not to take your work home. That is a stressor. It hurts your work-life balance. So especially if you have kids, a husband at home, even if you don't have kids and a husband at home, you need time to yourself. You need me time, self-time, family time. You need your home time to be home time. So what I learned from being a new NP, being a new RN, being anything new, a new business owner, is how to balance my time. Charting can be a beast. You get, taking it home and they want it done by a certain time, because guess what? Charting equals money. You gotta get the charting. That's how you can see a million patients, but if you haven't charted on them and done the billing, I'm looking at myself, so I'm sorry, guys. If you haven't charted on yourself, haven't charted blooper. If you haven't charted and gotten the billing side in, and I know most places, if you work for somewhere, they do the billing, but the charts have to be done for them to do the billing. So that's how you make your money. You can see 1,000 people, and if you don't do charting, you're not making the money. So that goes across the board. Everybody has to finish their charts. So learn the system, but try not to take it home. Ask for can they give you an hour charting time? Or I don't know anybody that does that in Georgia, but maybe they do, because I've seen people ask for that in their package, and they're like, okay. Or you just take the time out before you get home for the charting, or you say, okay, when I get home, I'm going to only chart. So I took my charting home because I just wanted to leave and see my kids and go home. So I charted. They gave us a week to chart, to have our charts, and 5 days really to have our charts in. So I would chart every Sunday before I went back to work. So you can just have a space in time. Everything is really good if you can. So plan your time out. So I have a couple things to show you. I have my Erin Condren, just name dropping. Erin Condren, and I did my little stuff on it. It is petite planner, and so this is what I use. It was actually a gift from a friend and a colleague. She gave it to me, and I've been using it ever since. The reason why I like this one is because you can, every 3 months you get a new one of these. You can always keep the binder. You can it has accessories where you can put like a pocket on it. You can put your planner in there, and also it has like other little books, like your, I was saying in another one of my videos that I like to do vision journals. So instead of, I kind of did this too. I did a vision journal, but I also did this to help me do, setting goals and doing vision, whole vision, trust the process. So a little bit of show how the thing looks, and then days. I don't do it every day because I do several kinds. I have this one, and then I have this one. To me, this is becoming easier to carry around. And if you're, oh, my little thing is coming off. Oh, well. Okay. So, it's got my little nickname on there. Which, maybe I do a trivia day. My nickname is Tootie. So, and proclaiming Dr. Moo. This is, because I am in a doctoral program. And, let's see, that's 1 whole month. Which I really haven't been planning much, but it really makes your life easier. And that's why I'm showing you this. Because again, if you can have blocks of time for different stuff, you can, have a better work-life balance. So, just little, this is how this one looks. But I do have several kinds, and lately one of my friends like, just use your phone, because you always take your phone. So I've been using my just my phone calendar, and so that's a good way to have a work-life balance, is to plan it out. And I am not a planner, but I think that's a good way to definitely have some time, is to plan your time. I have a rule: set rules and boundaries for yourself and others. My rule is not to work on the weekend, if at all. Sometimes it can't be helped, some emergency happens, but for the most part, I do not work on the weekends. And it's not a selfish thing. It's not a thing of, oh, she don't want to work on the weekend. I have a family, and my family needs me. I have a husband, and he wants time with me, and I want time with him. And he's a very good guy. He's very supportive, and I don't want him to go and feel like anything is more important to him, because and you'll hear me say, I feel blessed and thankful because I'm a Christian, and I gotta say, a lot of my videos will have that in it. So I want y'all to know that I am thankful that God has given me such a wonderful family, and being that I am thankful, I want to give them the time that they deserve. Now, being that I am a business owner, I am in the doctoral program, I do have a YouTube channel now. I have 2 parents that live with me. We have 2 dogs. We had other animals, but anyway, that's another whole story. But time with my family is very important to me, because I feel God gave them to me. I prayed with them for a long time, and I became a mother later in life. And I feel like if I work instead of spending time with them, I am kind of like saying, God, you gave this to me now, now I'm not taking care of, the gift that, all good things, all good gifts come from God. That's what I believe in. So I have a rule that I made, because about a year ago, a couple of years ago, when I first started, it's the first year I was first started my practice, I was so engrossed into it. It was all about the practice. I had 3 jobs, and I've been doing 3 jobs on and off as a nurse, because nurses work like that. But this was a different entity. It just consumed me. Being a business owner consumed me. And I was working all the time. And one of my colleagues, I went back to work at the bedside at the NICU because I needed the money. And she said to me, she hadn't seen me, but one of the first things she said, she was like, "How you doing?" I told her all the things I was doing. And she said, "Is it worth losing your family over?" Man. And a lot of people are like, "That's rude." But I didn't take it that way. I took it as, wow, God just gave me a word. And I take a lot of things that way, that is it worth losing my family over? No, because I prayed so long for the wonderful husband and the two beautiful, healthy children that I had. I had difficult pregnancies, and I will tell y'all about that again in another video about my testimony of getting this family. So time with your family is very important. Don't take it for granted, because I know a lot of business owners that they have successful businesses, but they have lost their families in the process from not paying enough attention. They feel neglected. Their kids grow up and feel like, you didn't have time for me. So that's a very big priority for me, is my family. So you have to set that time aside. Y'all, I keep looking at my little beady beads in the back, and y'all gonna get to know me, because I'm gonna be real that this is bothering me. Because my hair is natural. Y'all know what natural means. Y'all probably don't know. Everybody not gonna know what natural means, but that means I don't have no relaxer in my hair, so it does these little beady beads things. So again, self-care. Charting, I told you about that. Building micros. When to ask for help. Y'all gotta know when to ask for help. And that's just all the way around. So don't get overwhelmed and don't ask for help. And I struggle with this, because I don't like to ask for help. I like to do everything on my own, because I feel like I can do it better. It's just easier not to ask for people. And then people, always want something back. But you will find yourself drowning. Now, and if you don't ask for help and you do something wrong, remember, it's your license. So know when to refer out. That goes with know when to ask for help. So as a new NP, don't think you might have a physician, and just because they have a nasty attitude when you have a question, that's not your problem. That is their problem. You are a new nurse practitioner, and you deserve an answer to your questions. Now, you do have to learn how to work independently. Some guys, like, if don't, everything shouldn't be questioned. You do need to learn some things on your own. But if a person is in the office and it seems very serious, and you feel like you need a second opinion, get the second opinion. Go with your gut. If you feel like you need a second opinion, go with a second opinion. But some things I feel like, are common sense also. So, but just because I feel like it's common sense, don't mean you might not think it's common sense. Like, I have a friend, she loves to ask questions about everything, and that's just her. She just likes to know the deep down of everything. But I just feel like some things you should know. Getting out of school, you learn this, and there are guidelines out there. But when to refer out to comes under that, when no ask for help. So you have a patient come in, they have a 500 sugar, and so what you gonna do? Are you gonna send them to endocrine, send them to the hospital, send them to if you're working with a physician, they might treat them, they might be experts, but with me, I'm sending them to the ER. Yeah, I'm sending them to the ER. Because then you cover yourself. This part, if you are not a diabetic educator, or you're not an expert or a diabetic NP, you might want to, or endocrine NP, you might want to send them out to ER, because they're going to get the appropriate education and the help they need. I have, now that I've become more educated on diabetes, I have treated people with high glucoses, but I get very nervous about it. I have a lot of undocumented people who come into the clinic and they are afraid to go to anybody else, so I have learned how to treat them. So just learn, but still, new practitioners, send them to the hospital. Send them to, and don't send. I mean, endocrine and those specialties take a long time, so send them to the hospital. I get a lot of people back where I've sent them to endocrine. I'm like, what did they do? Well, they put you on another medication, and it's like, really, I wanted to, kind of teach you some things, how to take care of yourself. So, as you are sending them out, do your research and learn, so you'll know what to do when it is your turn to take care of that patient, because they might come back to you. A lot of time they will come back to you and they still not managed, so you need to learn how to manage that patient. I told you use your orientation to the fullest. Okay, quick references. Yes, you need to have quick references. Get them offline, read up to date, Hippocrates, Medscape, guidelines, anything, quick pocket references off of Amazon. I did that, and that's what you need. Have a reference to common things you see in the office: colds, UTIs, bacterial vaginitis. What's your treatment plan? Have quick treatment plans that, okay, this is my go-to. This is what I do when I see a cold. Am I going to give an antibiotic? Am I going to give some cough medicine? What guidelines you going to go by? Now, one thing I got to say to guidelines, because what you learn in school is you're going to see something totally different in the clinic, because medicine is a business. We are here to save lives and do it the best of our ability, but it's a business and you working for somebody. So people come into your practice to get treated and they want a treatment. So no, don't give them antibiotics. If they come in with a cough, cold, sinus infection, this is what you do. You explain to them, okay, you have a cold, you have a virus, and it's not treated by antibiotics. So give it 3 to 10 days to go away. If it don't go back away in 10 days, come back so I can reevaluate you, see if it has turned into something that needs to be treated with an antibiotic. A lot of them, when you explain to them why you're not giving them what they want, they're like, okay, but you got to give them something. So have your remedies there. If you're going to do, over-the-counter stuff. Now, most insurance pay for ibuprofen. Go ahead and give them a prescription for some ibuprofen. Get them a prescription for antihistamine. Yes, Claritin, Loratadine, which is Claritin. So antihistamine, pain reliever, that go a long way. Hydrate. So I use education as my treatment. I talk to my patients and tell them why I'm doing such and such. Some of them, I really have a bad attitude when I say, well, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. That, and then some people try to insist, but I've been feeling, no. What's coming out your nose? Is it green? Is it yellow? Is it stinky? Is it blood tinge? Tell me, what I'm seeing. That's another thing. Know the signs and symptoms of pneumonia. What is pneumonia? Flu. Know your different signs and symptoms. Do your research. Doing your orientation that you asked for. You need to start knowing the common things that you see and write that down. Okay, I'm going to commonly see this BV. What do I do to treat BV? I'm going to commonly see UTI. What am I going to do to treat UTI? Thoroughly look up that it's still a business and people want to be treated. So you need to have a plan of what to treat them with. I'm not saying give them an antibiotic. I'm saying know what you're going to treat them on and know how to educate your patient. Because a lot of times Education is another thing we might forget. We let them go out the door. We didn't tell them not to drink no alcohol when we gave them, their medicine for their, BV or their sexually transmitted disease. We didn't tell them that you can't drink any alcohol because, you can't drink it with this drug, or you need to do that teaching too. Take that time out. Don't just, I've noticed a lot of providers and practitioners, once they leave, don't come back unless you get a teaching, they don't come back. So I've been in that situation where I'm sitting there and it's like, was the doctor gonna come back? Like, what do I leave, or am I gonna, what am I doing? And they'll come back like, you can go. I'm like, oh okay. So don't be that person. Go back and say, okay, well, or just when you leave out, all right, well, have a good day. If you have any more questions, ask my MA or ask the MA. Some people, I just got a whole argument in one of the nursing groups that somebody didn't want person to say my CNA or my MA, like it was ownership. And I truly feel like people are just being oversensitive. But yeah, so the MA or this, whoever, just, let them know. If you have any questions, let them know. So that's basically letting them know that you're not coming back. I always ask, do you have any questions before I leave? I just, and I'm like, no. But they are so appreciated that you just took that few seconds to say, do you have any questions before I leave? So yeah, those are the things that my little advice for when you first start is, just be prepared. Be prepared. Yeah, so I think I have answered a lot of questions. Charting, work-life balance. Try not to take your work home. Plan. Know when to refer out. Know when to ask questions. Make some lists to make some guidelines. Again, if you have any questions, please leave them at the bottom. Like and subscribe so I can get more content out. Ring that notification bell. I try to do my videos by Monday. I do 2 a week. Try to get out 2 a week. But I might not get it done because I do have a lot on my plate. But I'm trying to get them out a couple times a week. So ring the bell so when I do take it out, you'll know when it's come out, and whether it's a Monday, a Tuesday, a Friday, or some other day. So thank y'all for visiting my channel. Like and subscribe. Have a great day, and God bless.